Welcome to Off the Perc podcast, episode 2. I'm Daniel, and my co-host. Introduce yourself.
I'm all stride.
And welcome to our guest, Lervain. Say hi, Lervain.
Yo, what's up?
All right, asking the first question. Hopefully it goes well this time. When did you first join EarthMC, and why'd you stick around?
I joined May 3rd, so I think 2 days after Aurora came out. And then, I guess I stuck around for most reasons most people do. I just enjoy the server. Yeah, that's pretty much why I stuck around.
Wait, so
what was the first place you had a notable time in? What was the first town you joined?
I can't. So the first nation I made was in Italy. I can't actually remember if I made a town in Spain the day I joined, because originally I was gonna make Spain, but then it got made before I had the chance. So then I went over to Italy and made the town of Florence, which that I believe was the longest town I've been in EMC.
Mm-hmm.
And a week or two after, I made the nation, which I don't know what it is now because it's been moved and renamed a billion times.
And how long were you in that town? You said it was the longest ever.
I want to say 7-8 months. I actually don't remember, to be honest.
That is pretty goddamn long. All right, I'll shut.
That's generations for EarthMC time.
Oh, kind of is.
So recently, you've been kind of on a nation hopping adventure last couple months, I'd say. So this all started with Spain, right? You bought. Did you buy Barcelona or was it given to you?
So with the whole Spain group, I was pretty good friends with all of them, Pelotage, Hux, and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I was part of the Spanish Empire for a few months to a year before that. And once I heard that they're going to be leaving, I said, I might as well take over Barcelona. But they didn't want to give it to me for free, obviously. So while they were unclaiming, instead of them completely unclaiming and me having to reclaim it, Pelotage just sold me Barcelona for the claim amount for the 500 chunks that was left, because it was obviously bigger before.
What's that, 7,000 gold?
Something like that. I don't remember the exact amount, but yeah.
But
I wasn't given Spain then, no.
Were people the Spanish who were left behind? Were they chill with your leadership? Did they want to work with you, or were they opposing?
I'd like to assume so, because I wasn't the one who was actually given Spain by the old Spanish government. It was Jupiter who was given Spain, and then Jupiter and his friends decided I would be a better fit for a leader. So I'd like to think so.
Why did Jupiter not keep Spain? Why did he give it up to you?
Well, to be honest, it's because of you guys. Because he was afraid Venice was going to overclaim his town, so he didn't want the Spanish capital to be overclaimed, because he wasn't active enough. So.
Okay. All right. This is not related to Spain, but have you heard about Wilber Soot, the YouTuber?
About who, sorry?
So Wilber Soot, I think that's how you say his name.
Wilber Soot. I think it's Wilber Soot.
Thank you, Alshad. Because you're one to correct names, Alshad. You're always getting them right. So Wilber Soot, right? He was recently involved in some drama. You could say that is drama, crime, because apparently he wouldn't stop biting his ex-girlfriend no matter how many times she said no and all of that. How do you feel about that?
That's crazy. I'm guessing he's part of Venice. Sounds like some Venice things.
No, he's not a part of Venice.
He's like a huge YouTuber. He's a dream type YouTuber.
Damn.
I just want to know how you feel about all that.
I think that's kind of fucked up, but I don't really know much about the topic, so I can't really say much. But what comes to mind when I think of that is just Venice, honestly. Just as Dan says, boys being boys.
Wait, what?
Boys being boys, but why would he why would he not stop? Why wasn't once enough? Why'd he have to go in for seconds?
It's not even it's not like he's punching her or financially cornering her. It's the most weird way to abuse someone.
No, I totally agree. I think it's super messed up. I have no clue why he would do that. Maybe she was thinking of joining Venice, so he couldn't stand the thought of that.
Possibly. It's possible. All right, I'll show next question.
Okay, so what was the plan with Ottawa? I know that you traded nations with
his name.
Yeah.
So Ottawa, it was gonna be like another city like Toronto in Canada. I managed to trade Spain for Canada and Ottawa. I expanded Ottawa a few hundred chunks.
Damn.
And I was just gonna be like another city. The builds were gonna be like I was going back and forth between Nova because that was like there's no really cities on Aurora, so there's nothing to compare to. But I really like the builds on New Jersey and Nova, so I was just trying to do that type of style. The spawn's like almost the exact same, to be honest.
The builds were gonna be like that. I'm hearing a lot of where. What happened? What made you? I know like France was for sale. Like, what was that like a big enough motivator to put Ottawa on pause?
Yeah, so
I mean, I guess it was. You did go there.
Once I heard France was for sale, I basically just started liquidating like everything I had. Like I sold Canada to Tumu, which was actually just yesterday. I sold Ottawa a few hours ago, actually, so I no longer own it. And I saved up and I bought France last night from AD.
Wait, so you sold Ottawa to Pelotage, who formerly sold you Barcelona?
No, I didn't sell Ottawa to Pelotas. He was just holding it for me because I hadn't sold Ottawa till today, and I bought France last night.
Wait, so who did you sell Ottawa to?
Hold on, how do I say his name? Godemy?
Huh?
Godemy. He's a pretty well-known player. I just don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, he also likes to travel around. All right.
Yeah.
Next question here. Let me see. So we discussed Spain. Wait, but did you ever answer like why you moved around so much? You just felt like you kept finding better opportunities, basically?
I mean, for a while, it just like it wasn't even that there was just better opportunities. I just had like more fun like going around because like everyone likes to joke around like why won't you stay in one place? But it wasn't like necessarily that most of the time I wanted to. I just kind of enjoyed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going around and like I think the big issue for me was like I don't enjoy building, but I like to have a town with builds. But given Aurora, most of the towns for sale, they don't have builds. It just wouldn't be much fun for me. So like I would just kind of go around seeing what communities are good, what's not, what areas I like. And then kind of just like if I could make gold. Most of the time I'd lose gold from moving around towns, but that was basically it, yeah. There was
about your gold. I was wondering, do you like keep track of your gold? Like if you invest, I don't know, 7,000 for Barcelona, do you like have a spreadsheet or something, or does that goal just like fall into the abyss in your mind?
It kind of does in my mind. I mean, usually,
like, are you financially responsible
on EMC? Probably not, just because I waste so much gold on towns, and then move pretty quickly. So I'd say that's kind of irresponsible. Yeah, I've gotten pretty lucky a lot of the time, like with how I've made gold, like obviously being had in Spain or like head markets, I've made a lot of gold from that.
And how did the Spanish people like feel about you trading Spain? Was anyone upset about that?
Jupiter was pissed. I mean, obviously, like why wouldn't he be? But I didn't really give a shit. Which, by the way, he was willing to like leave us and join you guys. So,
what a hypocrite.
The rest weren't really active, so I don't think they really cared that much, to be honest.
Do you think Jutsu and Ennis is going to be successful with Spain?
Yeah, why did he want Spain? Why did he agree to that? Why did he want
That's a great question. I honestly have no clue. He hasn't even been on the last few days. He's not active, so I don't think anything's going to happen there. I'm also pretty sure, I checked the map, I think Barcelona's getting overclaimed. Yeah, just got overclaimed even more today, I think.
Oh yeah, they just took the stadium.
Wait, they actually got overclaimed today? Are you sure?
Even more. It's been overclaimed quite a bit since I sold him it.
So, did he turn off the shield again, or did he lose gold?
Hold on.
Did he run out of gold?
Jamie, pull this info up, Jamie.
He hasn't been overclaimed today, but he will be probably tomorrow. And he has 13 left.
Okay.
Unless he logs on.
All right. Next question here. Okay, so Niki Haley. Do you live in the U.S., Lervain? If you're comfortable sharing that with the world.
No, I don't live in the U.S.
Oh my God. Whatever. So
just north of there, though.
So you're Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay, so you might know this. So in the U.S. presidential race in real life, Niki Haley dropped out. So barring unforeseen crazy like changes, it's going to be Biden-Trump again. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I don't really care. I mean, I'm Canadian, so, and I think like from Canadians' perspectives, we mostly think both the candidates are kind of shit. So it's just the same outcome. Shitty US.
Do you think that Niki Haley? Do you think like if you were to look at her, do you think she was white or brown?
I don't know what she looks like, so I can't really answer that question.
She is like half Indian.
Okay. Yeah, but I would never say so. Okay. Anyway.
All right, you can ask the next question, Sean.
So you just bought France. What are you for France? In general.
So the first thing I gotta do is recruit residents because you guys are kind of annoying. So I gotta make sure you guys don't overclaim me because you guys got that town just north of Paris up there. Paris.
Nah, that's a fishing village. I just want to let you know.
Really? Yeah, that's crazy.
If you look at it, there's a farm right now. We're growing crops.
So you intend to recruit to maintain the 940 size. Would you? Well, how do I phrase it? Like, would you consider ever unclaiming at all, or just relying on shield gold, or like, do you want to keep the town above X number of residents, whatever number that is?
I mean, evidently, if I wasn't able to recruit and somehow ran out of gold as well, I would probably have to resort to unclaiming some chunks and I don't know, maybe having some friends fill in the spots with other towns.
Yeah.
But I don't really think I'll need to do that.
Okay. So
there have been murmurs of war plugin coming in around the corner. Thoughts on that? And if one does, or when one does get implemented, how do you think France will, face that? I know that you aren't very friendly with Aquitaine, so how would you fend off a siege from Aquitaine?
I mean, I'm a new leader, so like, who's to say our relations are going to stay bad with Aquitaine? And like, even so, from what I've heard, war plugin sounds like it's just been a rumor, a myth for years now. So
it has. I'll believe it when I see it personally. I agree with you.
You have anything to say, Jamie? I thought so.
So greeds, Jamie.
Okay. You get the next one, Dan.
So, what towns or nations could be for sale right now that you'd be like, oh, forget France, I'm going to this, like Berlin, Istanbul, or is there no town that's better than Paris? Because it is like an S tier town, I would say.
Yeah, in my mind, there's probably no town better than Paris. Because for me, like the criteria for towns where I'd move, like why reasons I'd want to move were like if towns had builds, if they were big, if they were in Europe, if it was a well-known nation, well-known town. And I think like Paris checks off all those. Like it's got really nice builds. It's obviously France. It's Paris. It's in the middle of Europe. It's a 940. It doesn't get much better than that. So I don't really see a town that could be better.
Okay.
That would be for sale.
All right. So throughout your time,
all right, you got that.
Who would you say is your best EMC friend? Like not someone you know in real life. Like I think you mentioned having like a friend or girlfriend hold your town. Nothing like that. Like someone you met on EMC. That's your best EMC friend, if you have one. You don't have to. It's not a bad thing. It's a Minecraft. So don't
probably Pelotage. I mean, I was trusting him a whole lot. I trust him all the time. So probably Pelotage.
He's part of the old Spain gang, right? Like Mongolian.
Yeah.
Now. Okay.
Yeah, he owns Mongolia.
All right, I shall go ahead.
What do you think is the current strongest nation EarthMC?
Are we gonna ask strongest now or like with war plugin or both?
I'll ask strongest now, and if that would change if war plugin got implements it.
Probably strongest is probably Venice. I'll admit, even though I kind of despise you guys, but
yeah,
it's all
Japan is scary, man. Japan is scary.
It is.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe there's a little mod abuse in there, which kind of helps you out a bit, but
maybe it's possible.
Yeah,
not a little.
If Greed is doing things and he doesn't tell us, how will we know? Like, what if he's spawning in his gold and he's like, "Yeah, I mind."
No. I don't mean like spawning.
What
in
if
gold.
There was a cabal, the root of our nation, founded on ideology? That dox players, and we didn't know.
I didn't really mean like spawning in gold. I more meant like it's quite funny. Because I've been talking to other players, and he's actually part of the mod team who did a survey around Europe about all the big nation leaders and what are their thoughts on overclaim, and about 90% of them, he said they disagree with overclaim. They think it's kind of stupid, or it's not really effective anymore to this point. And Yet you see every month or every whatever it's been, every few weeks, Greed keeps making overclaim even more harmful to towns. Like it's on, I think March 16th, it's going to be even harder to recruit and stuff, and overclaim shield. And I think it's just quite funny because what's the one nation on EMC right now that loves overclaim? It's Venice, obviously. They're trying to overclaim towns and expand out of like the Italy area.
Yeah, but you have to think about it. Greed owns a 940 chunk town. Like,
He's not recruiting for that. I am, for the record. Greed is not recruiting.
Okay, but I'm saying that like that's always gonna have like a lot of residents. So he's making it harder on himself.
I mean, I guess, but Greed's a player. If he works for the server, shouldn't he be thinking about the server as a whole, not just what he wants?
Well,
not just his nation.
We're gonna have to have the Corrupted Greed versus Levrain debate, episode 16.
It is true that most people don't like it. When I came back after a long hiatus surveying, I was looking at it and I thought, people complain and some will quit and some will just like kind of stubbornly stay around. But I feel like assuming the server gets more players, there will be more players that come in with the pro overclaim mindset, and then the old anti overclaim mindset gets replaced. Because I've seen it happen before with all types of players. I mean, like people protest change and then Fix or the admins just don't care. And then they just keep getting players somehow. There's always like a YouTuber invasion or something to always save them. So I don't know what the future's going to look like. It could be like a bunch of pro overclaimers and it would just be like anarchy. I mean, I don't know.
You know, it's crazy. Levrain's never seen a YouTube invasion. She joined Aurora.
Has there not been one on Aurora? Do you remember a YouTuber invasion, Lervain?
No. I mean,
I don't think there's been.
Well, I just got goosebumps.
To start, but
okay, to wrap this up.
Wait, there's like wait. Are you gonna ask the final question right now?
Final few.
Okay, go ahead.
Rapid fire. Greatest EarthMC player. You've only played Aurora, so on Aurora or like top 5. It's kind of hard to narrow it down to one. When I say greatest, I mean most influential. Like players who have like the most clout or sway or respect or did everything they wanted to do.
Are you talking about on me or on the server as a whole?
On the server as a whole.
Just in your opinion, the top 5 most influential Aurorans, I guess.
Okay. That's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Greed's probably one of them because he owned Venice. That's the biggest nation on the server. I'm gonna go with. Sorry.
Mine Hero, or do you know who that is?
No, you're definitely not here.
Okay.
FG Quana, the owner of Molly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fuck, it's kind of hard. I'm gonna say Rollins. I feel like there's always been a lot of controversy around Greece. And I feel like everyone either loves or hates Rollins, so I say that's another.
Okay.
Interesting.
So who we got?
Kind of like the dark horse of Europe.
Right. True. So we got Rollins, Greed, and who else?
Rollins, Greed, and shit. Who was the other one I said?
I don't even know. Pelotage? Is that who you said?
No.
All right.
No one from Ireland or Japan.
No one from Ireland or Japan. They all like to sit in their islands, so.
Yeah, fuck them. All right. You can
okay, we'll let you sit on that.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say because there's not that many people who are that influential to like the
and there's no way to quantify it either. So
yeah. Oh, and the other one was FG Quana, owner of Molly.
Oh, right.
Okay.
And then I'd say I think Cyrox, the owner of Obs, I'd say them too.
Always popping off. All right. So all right, just real quick, who's your biggest EMC enemy? Because your friend's Pelotage. Who's your biggest op?
Biggest op. I'm probably gonna have to go with Ghosty.
Ghosty? Why is that?
Yeah. Just anytime I say anything in chat. I mean, he's been better lately. I'll give him that. But anything I'd ever say in chat, he just always has to instigate it and like kind of be a little bit of a bitch about it. So
damn.
I don't even care anymore. So
Ghosty's probably gonna hear this, you know.
I mean, it's not like it's the first time we've ever seen.
If you have a message to Ghost you, right, what would it be now?
I don't really know. Fuck the USA.
You're speechless.
Fuck the USA. Canada on top, even though I left Canada.
Fuck the USA. Okay.
Okay. Do you see yourself quitting EarthMC? Like, how much longer do you expect to play? And is there an event that would happen that would cause you to quit early?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, I think I'll eventually quit EMC, as I assume most people do. Unless you're Greed and you play EMC until you're 40, or what's his face, Bonzo's in his 30s and still playing EMC.
Bonzo. God damn.
But I don't know. I'm saying like maybe 2 more years. It's something that would make me quit EMC would have to be like just me losing like all my gold or my town, so that being Paris or something.
You wouldn't try to like start from scratch. You would just
From the
No,
money.
if I lost everything, I'd be done.
All right.
That happened to Ezoid, right? He like got robbed 40K.
I don't know, but I don't even. He's a liar, so like, who knows? You know.
Okay. Before we sign off, real quick. Did you hear the Union of Laurentia condemns the Zulu Empire?
Yeah, I saw that.
What do you think?
I actually don't know what that empire did, so I got
Me
no
neither. Drez
information.
once said condom.
As a reaction to it.
Okay, so
All
I
right.
have no fucking clue.
I got one final question for you too. What are your thoughts on the Japan-Korean conflict? I believe they're currently in like a non-aggression or like a ceasefire kind I think. What do you think about that?
EMC?
Yeah, on the EMC. You think that'd be crazy? Right.
Well, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like on either, I honestly have no clue about that either. So, I'll say cool.
How do you
Go
think
ahead.
like 5 Koreans held off like 13 Japanese samurai? Like
That's kind of badass.
I don't
facts.
know. Maybe watching too much anime or something while fighting. I don't really know.
Well said. Well said.
All right, Lervain. Do you have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say to the people? Because one day this will go viral and there'll be like 10 million views. So, what do you want to do?
Yeah, for sure. France on top. You know, we're gonna take over France once again, and fuck Venice. They ain't taking shit from no one, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
You don't got like a Cash App you want to plug or Venmo or anything like that?
Nah,
Okay.
I ain't broke. I ain't need that.
Add him on Snap.
That's crazy.
All right, Alshad. You got anything else? Because I'm done.
That's it. This has been Off the Perc podcast, giving you the craziest highs on EarthMC. And we're signing off.